I've gotten cages with missing parts and no instructions. What's up guys, this is 12 o'clock. In the last video we installed the engine cage on my 2025 ZX6. This time we're going to install the sub cage. So really all we're going to do is take these two bolts out on both sides, take the factory rear sets off. If you have exhaust, you'll have to unbolt the exhaust as well. And we're going to put on this nice new on-point performance sub cage. So this one's pieced together, it's all adjustable. So you can adjust it how you want it. Comes with an exhaust bracket if you run an exhaust that mounts to your rear set. We got the foot pegs, we got the legs I call them, and we got the crossbar. So should be a pretty straightforward bolt-on setup. And of course, on point again, came with instructions. So hats off to them for actually sending instructions. And there's your different mounting positions. So we're going to go with the high position because it's the best for wheelies and it protects the, it has the most protection for the subframe because it's very close to it. So, all right, so this should just be pretty much bolt-on. So I'll do my best to document it as we go, and go shout out On Point Performance for making a hell of a product. The engine cage came out really nice, so hopefully the sub cage comes out just as nice. Let's get these off. We're going to take these two bolts off on both sides, and then that'll remove the factory rear sets. All right, so you just bolt the center section on in the factory spot of the rear sets, and we're going to tighten that up, and then we're going to put the legs on. All right, so we got the center section bolted on. I like to tighten them up with 1/4 inch and then hit them with the 3/8 just to get them nice and snug. So it just bolts on in the factory position, or it bolts on in the position of the factory rear sets. And now, depending on where you want your subcage to be, I want it to be the high and tight one. So it's got the 4 pegs, so it can go straight down or way up high. I'm going to put mine up high, probably right there, I think is where it's at. Yeah, so you just select the position you want, put the bolt in that's provided, and tighten those up next. So I'm going to get both these legs on real quick, the bolts that come with it. So you just put that on there, put that in there. And then put the nut on the back side once you get it in the position. You may have to work with it a little bit because it's been powder coated, so it has a coating on there that might cause it to be a little tough to go in the holes, but just crank it down with the wrench and it'll go in there. As you can see, I got it dropped here. My wrench is too big to fit in there with it up mounted, so I had to drop it, tighten these up, and then put it back up. So I already got that side tight. Now we're going to do this side. Just a little tip. You can get to it if you have a smaller wrench, but my wrench wouldn't get in there, and there's just no way to get to it. So dropped it down, no big deal, tighten these up, put it back up. As you can see, we got both of the legs on. Now the last step is to put the foot pegs on. So all you do is take the bolt, put it through the hole, and put the nut on the back side. So this nut goes on the back. All right, that's it. So I'll tighten that one up. I'll get the one on the other side. And I mean, that's straightforward, guys. These were 35 foot-pounds. These are 35 foot-pounds, and these are stock. Little pro tip, this seam right here and the grip tape, put that down. Looks good. All right, let me get these all tightened up. We'll be done. Okay, guys, that's it. The sub cage is on. And in my opinion, it looks pretty good. Huge shout out to On Point Performance. It looks dope. You guys sent instructions. I mean, nobody does that. Nobody that I know of. I've gotten cages with missing parts and no instructions. Thank you for these dope cages. They look really good, and stay tuned, y'all. I will do a review of the cages and the sub cage and everything, the position, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, can't thank On Point enough. Also, if you have an exhaust, they did send the exhaust bracket. So if you're going to hang an exhaust off the other side, I'm sure you just hang this from your foot peg, and then you can hang your stock exhaust or your aftermarket exhaust. Mine comes out down below. It's the M4, so I don't need that. Looks good. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to go check out On Point Performance if you're looking for some crash protection. And y'all have a good one. Peace.